Hey everyone, and welcome back to a quick mixing tutorial on how we can get a cleaner and more powerful mix. Today we're going to be talking about getting more headroom, more clarity, more punch, and perceived loudness out of your mix. One easy way to do that is control your lower frequencies. That is across the board with every instrument. We want to make sure that our timbral balance of our mix, meaning each tonality and characteristic of an instrument, has the frequencies that it needs and doesn't have frequencies hidden in the sound. So how can we do that? I like to use spectrum analyzer to see what's actually going on with the sound and the mix. Because we are in the digital realm, we can have frequencies way below 20 hertz in synthesizers and different instruments and samples. Let's look at a clap we actually have here. Now we can see that the tonality and characteristic of the sound is mostly from 125 and up. And we don't necessarily need all information from 125 down, or even from 62 down. But as we can see in our analyzer, we have some content around 30 hertz and down. If we sweep, we even see we have content around 7 hertz. Now, anything below 20, we know that a lot of speakers will not reproduce, including headphones. So we have a lot of content here that is taking up headroom in our mix. You don't hear it, but it's actually in your mix taking up space. So if we look again, we can see those frequencies. So normally what I will do is do an initial EQ, a cleanup EQ, and take out those frequencies and do a high pass. And now as you can see, I've cleaned up all the lower register of this clap. And again, the clap, you don't need anything from 30 hertz down, or maybe even from 60 hertz down. So now we've cleaned that up. So if I actually bypass and do an A and B of the sound EQ'd, it won't change. So as the timbral balance in your mix, the clap is only taking up 125 hertz and up. So we actually just cleaned up a lot of headroom. If we go to another loop, I'm going to bypass this processing here. And in this loop, the power is around 125, maybe even around 60 hertz to 125. So as you can see in our analyzer, we have a lot of information, 30 hertz and down. A lot of information, even 10 hertz and down. So we need to actually clean this up. So let's do an EQ. I'm going to do a high pass. So I still have a little information around 26 hertz, which is okay, but I've cleaned up everything from 26 hertz and down. Let's do an A and B. Again, when you bypass the EQ, the sound and tonality and characteristic of the loop does not change. So let's go to a section where we have a lead synth. Alright, so you can see most of the power is in the kick around 60 hertz. We have a little information, 30 hertz and down. But if we bypass all of our initial cleanup EQ, you can see how muddy the mix gets. And look at the RMS as well as the peak level. So before we did the initial EQ cleanup, we could actually see about 2 dB of headroom got taken up, and our RMS was taken up as well. We're already losing about 2 dB headroom. So if we can tame our perceived frequencies in our lower end, we will open up our headroom in our mix, we will open up the sound space and get a cleaner mix. So I hope that helps everybody.